Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by Barbary. We're just going to get started in just a few moments, so please welcome yourselves into the room and prepare any questions that you might have for our panel. You can submit those during the presentation or save those to the end. We'll try to address all the questions we have time for today. And in just a moment, we will begin our presentation. Okay, our webinar today, we'll start with a presentation from Stephanie Elio of CLS. And following that, we'll be around to answer any questions that you might have here live on the broadcast. So please be sure to enter your questions as you have them into the Q&A tool. And one of our enrollment counselors will be working in the background here and will help answer those directly. We'll also be able to address some of those during our live Q&A segment at the end. And if we don't get to your question, don't worry, because we'll provide our contact information and you can reach out to us after the webinar is completed. And with that, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Elio. We'll get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thanks, Brad. And welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time today to join us and learn about the Paralegal Certificate course. Let's go ahead and dig into the agenda. We will start off with some very quick ground rules. Everybody's here for the same reason. As mentioned, the Q&A feature is available. If you use it, make your questions relevant. Be kind. We will try to get to as many as we possibly can. We will be talking about who CLS is, the 100% online learning formats that are available to you, as well as our live lecture via Zoom. We will compare these formats to get you a better idea of which one is the right fit for you. Talk about the time commitments, the grading policies, how students feel about our courses, learning outcomes, what you're actually going to get out of taking this course, how it's delivered, other courses that are available, what digital badging means and how that can be an asset to you, where you can use this skill set, all the different opportunities for employment, what the current salaries look like, and how CLS works with college and university partners. And at the end of this presentation, we will absolutely go over tuition pricing, materials, and how to register. So let's go ahead and click to the next slide. CLS by Barbary, formerly known as the Center for Legal Studies, was actually founded in 1980. We are in our 43rd year of providing some of the top paralegal training in the country. We specialize in legal education, distance learning, and certifications. Why would you want to enroll in our course? We work very hard to ensure that we provide the most affordable training. We have very flexible training available in 4 different formats, which we will take a deeper dive into. Our standard online, where you can have classmates, instructors. We do independent study that is still online. We have group classes, lots of different opportunities for you to find your fit there. Our training is incredibly credible. And we can say that with confidence because we have been training for 43 years. We know that our graduates take these skills obtained and put them into the real world immediately upon completion. You are ready to go to work when you finish this program. Our instructional staff is incredibly experienced. The professionals that we have on the back end for you, as far as administration, enrollment counselors, assistance with any part of your journey in earning the certificate, we're here to support you. We do have many courses beyond the Paralegal Certificate course, which we're going to talk about today. Things like our advanced program, which we will talk about. It allows you to go from that basic core training and specialize in very specific areas of the law. We also have courses for legal secretary, legal investigation, advanced legal research and writing, and many others. Our website can show you a full catalog of all the opportunities for you to plan for or register for on our website. All of our courses are designed and updated to remain on pace with the current industry. So you're not learning purely academic or theoretical things, but real world skills that you can currently use right away. Let's go on. Let's start off with talking about the online formats. Our traditional online format is 14 weeks in delivery. It's actually set up to be 2 7-week sessions with a lovely little 10-day break in between. We do have 6 of those opportunities per year, and the next available session would start on March 6th. So you would learn all of the objectives for earning your paralegal certificate in 14 weeks' time, delivered over 2 7-week sessions. As I said, we have 6 different start dates per year. You can start on any one of those. And when you look at our calendar online, which I'm sure many of you already have looked at the session dates, when you do that, it will automatically tell you if you're starting in session 2, which is March 6th, that you would take the first half of your class in session 2 and your second half in session 3. But if you want to start in session 3, you can do that and you'll do 3 and 4, etc. Any confusion on that, you can certainly contact one of our enrollment counselors. They're available Monday through Friday, and they can walk you through it. But essentially know that the course is delivered 100% online. It has a specific start date and end date. You do get a 10-day break in between those 7-week timeframes to take a break, get back to life, do whatever you need to do, and then dig right back into your studies. Our students that choose this format do have 24/7 access to the online system. You don't need any special software at all to take this format. Everything is housed on our servers. The instructors are there to help you, guide you. They will post what your written and reading assignments are for the week on Monday mornings. Deadlines are typically Sunday night. You manage your own personal schedule. As a student enrolled in that format, you have 24/7 access to the online system while class is in session. So you decide when you want to work. You want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, figure out what you need to do for the week. Then at some point, whether it's in the mornings, at lunch, in the evenings, whatever it is, do your assignment, do your readings, turn it in by the end of the week, you're good to go. Do that for the 14-week time frame, earn your certificate, and you're all set. Our next format is our online flex. Now, with the standard online, you start and finish in 14 weeks. With flex, you're still using our online portal, but you don't have to wait for one of those session start dates. You could actually start today or tomorrow. You're not waiting for a class to start. And once you do enroll, you are given 6 months to complete your program. You work strictly at your own pace. So where with standard online, the instructor is posting each week what you need to do, deadlines by Sunday. With Flex, you control that schedule 100%. You can go faster or slower. Little bit of advice. We've been training this program with students for many, many years. You should go into it with a realistic expectation that you probably won't finish in much less than 14 weeks. If you've got nothing else going on in your life, it is possible. And yes, you can work at your own pace, but go into it with realistic expectations. This is, no matter how you take it, an accelerated program. There are options for interacting with the instructor, and you would have a dedicated instructor regardless of the format that you choose. Instructors that work for CLS are licensed attorneys with a minimum of 10 years experience. They're still working in the field, so they are highly qualified. On top of that, they have teaching experience. They have real jobs, just like You and I. They're busy doing other things. So there are email tools within our system. You can communicate with the instructor. There are other opportunities that your instructor will let you know if you want to set up time for a Zoom call or some type of live meeting, whether it be a Teams chat. But they are there to help you and answer your questions, help give you insight in an assignment, and certainly grade your work and let you know how you are progressing. Live lecture, our third format, is before I go into that, I want to give you a little background so you can understand how it differs from the others. Pre-pandemic, CLS would have instructors go to our college and university campuses and teach in a classroom, real live in person. When the pandemic hit a few years back, all campuses closed. We were unable to continue that format. So what we did was actually move that to Zoom classes. It enabled us to ensure that all live classes run. They're not canceled because we can join students from multiple locations on Zoom and they still get that real-time experience. You're sitting in a lecture, you're listening to the instructor. Yes, you need to be there at certain times, just like a regular class on campus, but you have that interaction with your classmates and you can watch and hear the instructor in real time. We do have time zone classes that are starting very, very soon. The next round will begin on February 6 and 7. There is a Pacific time zone class where all registered students that wish to take it on the Pacific time will be grouped into a class. There is a Mountain Time Zone class, a Central, and East Coast. Whichever one is good for you. If you want to be in that classroom setting, although saving your gas from your own living room on your own computer, but still get that live experience, then this may be the right way for you to go. These classes are scheduled seasonally. So we do them 3 different times per year. The next one starts in just a couple of weeks. They run 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the time zone. If you have additional questions about that, you can certainly reach out to our enrollment counselors, and you could look on our website and simply when you go to find a course, choose Paralegal. In the format, select Live. It will bring up the class. You can drill down into the times for that and the precise dates. We do have a wonderful little chart that will take everything I've just told you and give you a format by format comparison based on what may be most concerning to you. This is something that you can look for on our website, or you can reach out to our enrollment counselors if you would like to have a copy of this chart emailed to aid in your decision-making process. Regardless of the format that you choose, whether it be our standard online, our online flex, our live lecture, or our text only, which is strictly old-fashioned correspondence course, where you do not have any classmate interaction. It's mostly reading and you do not need a computer at all, which unless you are restricted from using a computer for some specific reason, I don't encourage that format. Our online portal is really awesome. And if you can take one of the first 3 formats, those are the preferred delivery methods. So this chart will enable you to go item by item and make a comparison. What I wanted to mention here is that regardless of the format you select, the learning objectives are identical. They are not going to differ. You will gain the same skills in each of the formats. You're going to come out of it ready to work, regardless of the format you choose. The textbooks that you need to take this program are identical regardless of format. So none of those things will differ. It strictly is a matter of how you want to learn and your personal scheduling needs. How do we grade? And what kind of time do you need to invest to accomplish this goal? First of all, let's talk about the grading. At CLS, we are preparing students to walk into new jobs or new promotions with job-ready skills. Therefore, there is absolutely zero cumulative grading in our programs. And that's not just for paralegal, it's for any courses that we offer. At CLS, we believe it is critically important that you are proficient in all skills needed to perform the job. Therefore, no grading on a curve, no cumulative grading. So you can't be really good at some and get 100 on this and a 50 on this, and it'll average to a 75. No. All students for all assignments, weekly tests, everything, 70% or better minimum required passing score. Now, does that mean if you have a bad day, you fail a test, an assignment doesn't score high enough, that you are going to fail the program? Absolutely not. We are vested in helping you to be successful. We want you to do well. We also want to send you out into the world prepared. Therefore, if an assignment doesn't go well, if you bomb a test, you will absolutely be given an opportunity to redo that. You'll be able to communicate with your instructor, find out where you took a wrong turn. Maybe you ended up down a rabbit hole or overthought something. Whatever the case may be, you will have an opportunity to redo that and earn a better score. All of these courses, they really are designed for busy adult learners. You should expect to allocate, on average, 8 to 12 hours a week. Now, is that the same for everyone? No, because everyone is not the same. Things that may impact that gauge could be, what's your reading comprehension like? There's a lot of reading in this program. If you are the type of person that can get through things on a first run, retain it well, be able to put it back out in your own words, have strong comprehension, you'll be on the low end. If you are the type of person that may need to read things multiple times and strive for deeper comprehension to be able to put those out back out in your own words and really develop the concepts, understanding of the concepts, you might be a little higher. But with that insight, I want you to know if you're spending more than somewhere 15 to 20 hours a week, touch base with your instructor, because you very well may be overthinking something or have taken a wrong turn. And we'd like to get you back on track sooner rather than later. We do at CLS provide ongoing administrative and technical support for all of our students. We are fully staffed with from your inquiry all the way to completion. So we've got enrollment counselors on the front end to help answer questions for you. You can reach them Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Phone numbers will be provided at the end of this presentation. Once you are an enrolled student, we've got an entire admin and tech team there to help you. And of course, while you're in your program, your first point of contact at that point in time will be your very qualified instructor. Do people like our courses? Absolutely. We often poll our alumni at the conclusion of every online session, and we receive testimonials on a daily basis. Over 95% of our students praise our courses. They believe they are more flexible than other programs they may have taken or viewed. CLS skills are applicable. We do follow up with our graduates, and they do recommend our courses to friends. In addition, they have enjoyed and find value in their training, and they return for additional courses. I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that paralegal is not the only thing we offer. We do specialize in training legal support staff, and we have a catalog of other programs that can help you to continue learning. throughout your legal support staff career. What are you going to learn? Legal research skills, drafting appellate briefs, memos, legal writing aspect, civil procedure. Ethics is a component of every single course that we teach. You will learn legal citation, evidence, torts, contracts. There is a full syllabus for not only this course, but every course that we offer on our website for public view before you register. We spell out all the learning objectives for this course in that syllabus on the website. And we encourage you, if you have not yet checked it out, do so. We want you to know what we're going to teach you before you enroll. Included in the online delivery are some videos that are lectures, and they've been recorded for your convenience. You can rewind, fast forward, watch them as many times as you like. We also have formative assessments. Those are fun little games and puzzles that you can test and assess your learning without being graded. Kind of like flashcards, word puzzles, things like that. You can get immediate feedback with those, and you're able to retake them as many times as you like before you actually take the quiz or the test. Our main concern is really that you are successful. We want to enable you to be successful. Therefore, every test, every quiz that we do here, it's not about memorizing a bunch of information just to pass that test. It truly is about developing the skills you need to be successful in the workplace. Therefore, these tests are not timed. They are open book, they are open notes. Again, it's not about memorizing the information, it's about developing the knowledge base to be able to apply that in a real world setting. I mentioned a couple of times we have more than just the paralegal certificate course. This is a prime example of that. Once you've completed the paralegal certificate course, whether you took it in the standard online format with classmates and an instructor over 14 weeks, or you chose the flex format, which is start any day, have 6 months to do it, or you wanted to be in that live online classroom. Once you've earned that, you become eligible to pursue our advanced paralegal certificate. Now, for folks in California, which we'll look at on the next slide, this is a requirement, but for everyone else in the country, this is an optional but a highly recommended pathway. When you earn your paralegal certificate, you are now armed with a core basic set of knowledge that can get you into an entry-level paralegal job. This program is designed to build on that foundation. The advanced program is comprised of 16 specialty topics of law. You see a list before you, things like bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, estate planning, victim advocacy. Each one of these topics is currently being delivered in our standard online format, and they are 7 weeks apiece. So every single one of these topics is available every session, of which we have 6 sessions per year. The next opportunity to take any of them is March 6th. You do need to either have earned our paralegal certificate, a paralegal certificate elsewhere, or have a minimum of 1 to 2 years working as a paralegal. Now, the prerequisite is important because the advanced topics expect you to have that foundation. Once you do, you can take as few or as many of these as you choose. We do limit students to taking no more than 3 in a single session. For those folks that are in California, in order to meet let's go ahead and flash to the next slide. For those of you that are in California, you are subject to being in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code. You are the single state in the nation that actually has requirements for paralegal training. The rest of the country, it is a voluntary measure. It's an unregulated profession. But in California, you need to have 24 semester units of substantive legal training. You can absolutely complete that goal with our courses. The combination of the paralegal certificate course and the advanced program will get you exactly 24 semester units. So you need 6 of these advanced topics, and you can do them 3 + 3, or you can spread them out 1 at a time, 2 at a time, skip a session. However you want to set up your schedule is perfectly okay with us, as long as you do your 6 within a 12-month period, and that clock starts ticking from when you start to when you finish. The advantage to other students that are not necessarily located or working in California to taking advanced topics is yielding a badge, a digital badge, which is going to show a potential employer or a current employer what skills you learned. The more knowledge you have, the more valuable you are to any employer. Every one of those 16 advanced topics increases your knowledge base. So if you've earned your paralegal certificate and you intend to go work in a firm that does divorce or family law, I strongly suggest you spend an extra 7 weeks and pick up 1 more class and earn your badge for family law and potentially victim advocacy or alternative dispute resolution. Those go very nicely together. A few years back, you were only able to take the advanced program as a whole. With the addition recently of our digital badging system, students can take as many of these as they want, earn a viable credential to show off these skills, and it's really extraordinarily economical. $550 per topic. You can take up to 3 and continue your studies. 1 7-week class in a session is only going to cost you a couple hours a week of your time, but it's going to position you for promotion, higher value to your employer, and make you a much more qualified candidate if you're looking to change jobs or get a new job. These badges can be shared on LinkedIn, on your website, in your email signature, lots of other ways. We do have a video with the enrollment counselors that talks just about digital badges. If you're interested in more information about this, I recommend you send an email to info@legalstudies.com. If you already have a line of communication established with an enrollment counselor, send them a quick ping and say, can you please send me more information about badging? They will be happy to do so. They can also send you more information and a dedicated archived webinar about advanced paralegal. If you want to forego communicating directly with the counselors, that information is also located on our website on the advanced paralegal pages. I encourage you to check that out. Where can you work? A little bit of everywhere, honestly. Paralegal is one of the most transferable skill sets you can get. Everyone knows they work in law firms. That's a given. They also work in every corporation because they all have a legal department, insurance company, healthcare organizations, the education industry, finance, car dealerships hire paralegals to do contract work, independent business owners, entrepreneurs, real estate. There are a million opportunities in the world to apply paralegal skills once you have them. This is where you get them. Enroll in the course, earn your paralegal certificate, and the world opens up. Earning this certificate is going to gain you the knowledge to stand out from the competition that don't have a certificate, and advancing your education with additional topics will help you hone into exactly which industry you want to work in. We've had a lot of call, at least post-pandemic, for prospective students and our alumni asking about virtual paralegal opportunities. The pandemic taught the world a lot of things. One of them, very positive, that employers realized that their people can work from home and be just as productive. And that has certainly stemmed over into paralegal roles as well. There are opportunities out there where you can work from home as a virtual paralegal. If that is your intent, I have a little tidbit of advice for you. In the courses, our instructors will very specifically tell you what you can and cannot do with or without the supervision of an attorney. So if you want to work as an independent legal document preparer or something like that versus a virtual paralegal that's employed by an attorney, pay particular attention when they are teaching you what you can and cannot do with or without the supervision of an attorney. Take extra notes, ask more questions, set yourself up for success. As far as virtual paralegals, lots of opportunities, more than ever before. Earning potential. We take our statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that are on the U.S. Department of Labor's website. There is strong growth forecasted between now and 2030, much faster than the national average. You can see a variance between different industries. There will also be geographic differences where the cost of living is higher. People can earn higher salaries. New York City is going to have higher earning potential than the middle of Iowa. That is common logic that everyone would understand. So take that into account. These are average salaries nationwide. How do you enroll? If you haven't done so already, you would need to take a peek at one of our college and university partners. This is a sample. It is by no means a list of everyone that we work with. CLS very proudly partners with more than 150 accredited college and universities nationwide. We work with the continuing and professional education departments within those institutions. It is a very common practice for them to partner with outside training providers like ourselves. And when you complete the course, although it is sponsored and supported and provided by CLS, and the instructors work for us, and we'll deliver your course, the certificate you earn upon completion will be coming from the school that you select when you register, and you will need to select one. Every one of those 150 plus schools that we work with has reviewed our curriculum. They have vetted our processes, and they're endorsing our program, and they will issue your certificate upon completion, so it will bear their name. Now, whether you choose to put on your resume after you're done, I earned my certificate from XYZ school, or add CLS by Barbary, that is entirely up to you. But your certificate will absolutely be branded by an accredited institution. Everything can be completed as far as enrollment and getting your textbooks on our website at legalstudies.com. Tuition, regardless of format, is $1,895. The required books are roughly $400, and that roughly is because we have a few books that are ebooks, and you can certainly make a choice if you want an ebook or hard copy. Our Westlaw Access is $89. If you choose to purchase your books somewhere other than our website, which you can do, I encourage you to go to our bookstore, double check the ISBN number, make sure that you are going to get the right edition and the correct textbook, so that when your instructor is saying, read this page through this page, it matches. We keep in stock only the most current editions and exactly what's being used in the course. So if you purchase your books through us, one, we work very hard to have incredibly competitive pricing. You could probably shop for quite some time and you wouldn't save much more than a few dollars. With us, we can drop ship directly to your doorstep. We'll make sure you have the right books and you're all set. It's worry-free. We do offer many payment options with CLS by Barbary. We do have relationships with a firm. They can take your entire package, your tuition, your books, your Westlaw, the total expense, and break it out into payment plans, anywhere from 3 to 18 months. We work with PayPal, both Pay in 4 and PayPal Credit. Some of our schools offer some additional payment options, and our enrollment counselors can help you to navigate that if it's something that you need assistance with. For this audience, we also have a fabulous discount, which I'm looking at the screen and it says fall, but it is spring right now. So that is my error and I apologize. But the current offer right now is for our upcoming live lecture course. Those classes will be starting on February 6 and 7. Upon checkout, you can use this code SPRING10 and it will give you 10% off of your tuition, which is a value of $189. So almost $200 savings on the current tuition. It cannot be used on our flex format or the upcoming March standard online. It is strictly for the live lecture. So if you want to learn in a classroom with an instructor and you'd like to be in that class that's starting in just a couple weeks, there's plenty of time to get your books. This offer, hopefully for almost $200 off, can help you out. You can enroll by the following methods. You can call our 1-800 number, 1-800-522-7737, and we will have someone on the other line to assist you. You can send an email to info@legalstudies.com, and one of our counselors will certainly reply and provide you with whatever information you might need. Or you could go directly to our website at legalstudies.com and do a self-checkout. Brad, have we got any questions that I can answer for us live?
Yeah, we certainly have had a lot of questions coming through, and Jake and Maggie have been answering in the background. So I appreciate their help as we've gone through. Some of the common questions that I've seen, people asking about our, how do they find out which partners that we offer, that we work with? You referenced over 150, how would they go about selecting, which partner school that they actually want to work with?
Excellent question. We recommend that you choose the school closest to you. If you're going to end up living where you are and staying there, and that's where you'll be working, it makes sense to have your certificate issued by the local institution. Odds are that we do have a partner school close to you. So when you go to our website and it says, pick a course, find a school, you can go about that a couple of ways. You can either put in your state, and it's going to provide you a list of the partners we work with in that state that carry that particular program. You can also scroll a little bit farther down on our homepage to the US map. You can click the green button that says See All Schools, and it will populate a state-by-state list of the partners in that locale. You can also call an enrollment counselor and they will help guide you to the nearest school. So lots of different ways to find that answer.
Excellent. And one thing, does each one of the partner schools offer all of the same delivery formats to select from?
There is some customization in the portfolios for schools. So you do want to, the best way to determine that the school you're looking for offers the course in the format that you want is to do a search on the homepage. Simply in that find a course box in the top right-hand corner, put in paralegal certificate course, put your state, it'll ask you for which format you prefer. Click search and it will populate the ones that are currently available to fit your need.
Right. And we have one other question that came through referring to, do you need to have any specific educational or legal background to enroll in the paralegal certificate course?
Another excellent question. And the answer is no, you don't. The minimum requirement that we expect students to come forth with is a high school diploma or GED. And we say that not because we want you to go dig it up out of your basement or a storage locker somewhere. It's because these courses are taught on a college level. We want you to be successful. Therefore, you should come to the table with college level reading and writing skills. Now, do you need to have a degree? No. Do many of our students possess them at an associate's, bachelor's, master's level? Yes, they do. It's not required and it's not all. As long as you have those college level reading and writing skills, this is an open enrollment course. You don't need to apply. You don't need to wait to be accepted. You simply register, pay your tuition, start your course.
Excellent. Very good answer. Let me see if there was anything else. I think just one last question someone had regarding kind of the schedule for the classes. So if someone was interested in the online, could you just kind of remind us what they're committing to per week as far as time for the course?
On average, 8 to 12 hours per week. That includes your online time, your reading, your test quizzes, your participation, whatever it may be. That is an average. Impacts a few hours, one side or the other of that scale would be determined by your own personal study habits, your personal time management skills, and your reading comprehension. Do not think that the most stellar student in the world is not going to spend less than 3 or 4 hours a week on this and be successful in doing so. They are also should not be spending more than 17 to 20 by any means. That gauge is a pretty good estimate. You can bank on that.
Excellent. Well, I think that about wraps up our time for our presentation today. So I want to thank Stephanie and our enrollment counselors in the background answering all of our questions. Thank you to all of our attendees who joined us today that gave up your time here in the middle of the day. We appreciate that. If you have further questions, please reach out to us. The number, the email on the screen right now. You can follow up. We'll get right back in touch with you. We also are recording this, so this will be posted on the website on our YouTube channel as a recording. And as a reminder, if you want to learn more, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/CLS by Barbary. We have videos up there of our past webinars, both for the paralegal course and our other courses. We also have a dedicated FAQ video that I think you'd be very interested in, where it's just all of our common questions that we receive about the paralegal certificate course. We also have some interviews from recent graduates, a lot more information there on the YouTube channel, as well as our website, legalstudies.com. So thank you all again for joining us. Remember that next traditional online session begins on March 6th, but you can enroll anytime, begin anytime with our flex format. You can also enroll today for our live lecture format that starts February 6th and 7th. And if you're going to do that live lecture, make sure you use that 10% discount we mentioned before February 3rd. And special thanks goes out to Stephanie and our team behind the scenes. And we hope that you all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you all. We look forward to having you in class. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.